Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wastewater Operations Channel. I'm John Kircher and you're watching episode 4 of our Boulder Park project tour. As always, like and subscribe down below, leave me a comment or shoot me an email.
Yeah, you get some of these treatment plants are pretty stinky though too. You know?
Right.
Olympia's not. Yeah, they've got, your guys isn't.
I don't know, I think Lakota's definitely worse than Redondo. But a lot of that's just the way it's digested.
Yeah, the aerobic stuff's just
a
little stinkier.
It looks like the lot pile.
So, I mean, looking at the biosolids quality just aesthetically,
Yeah.
I mean, this has been, sitting here for a couple months till being delivered, or a month. And, looking at any kind of debris and stuff. So that's kind of what I'm looking for when I'm coming by these fields and stuff too. Is there anything that's, inconsistent with what everyone else is looking like?
Right.
Is there anything catching my eye?
Well, and this is a product, so you want some uniformity to it.
Exactly.
Or at least as much as you can get, right?
So one of the biggest things that surprised me and surprises a lot of folks that we bring on tours here is, what does 3 dry ton per acre look like?
Right. How much is 3 dry tons?
Yeah, and I before I came on board here, Biosolids applications, Eastern Washington on farm fields. I'm thinking, it's going on at depth. We're putting it on at 2, 3, 5 inches deep, across the field, and then incorporated it in. But you go out here,
Like a 1/4 inch.
I mean, it's just scattered across the field.
Yeah.
And once they come by and work it once or seed into it, you can't even tell.
I see.
You look out across there.
Yeah, you can't. It just looks tilled.
Yeah. Yep.
I bet I could spot Lakotas. Right now, especially, they've been piloting.
It could be up there. We have them kind of split up here.
Whichever one looks like 14%, that'll be Lakota.
Well,
You saw Liberty Lake, right?
Yeah.
there.
That's pretty flat. So that one doesn't meet VAR, vector extraction reduction. So that one, once it's applied, they'll leave that kind of at the end towards the front, and then they'll come in and incorporate it. We have to do a 6-hour tillage on it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, right up here we got cedar woolly. We haven't been getting.
So, for some reason, someone doesn't make the bar, you can still use the product, assuming it's.
You just have to till it within 6 hours.
It has to be different.
So we cannot deliver a product that doesn't meet VAR to a no-till field.
I gotcha.
So we have to.
Or we can until it go right ahead of the drill.
Of the drill, yeah.
Because we have some out there at Douglas's, out on JP.
Well, that's something I didn't know. Hey, there's another phone call you could make and see if, is there a field that can take it in 6 hours?
So it's just logistics on it.
How to handle it, right?
And then there's an extra cost. So as long as it's still meeting your pollutants and your fecals, your pathogens. If it doesn't meet VAR and we have a place for it, it can come here, and right now it's $8.74 a ton for incorporation, the additional work.
And sometimes Muckleteel and Enumclaw meet it for 6 months and then not.
It's from the rest of the film. It all kind of sequentially. That's where our troubles come from. Something in the liquid side goes haywire. Consequence of that is 3 months later your digestion's off. So, and at that point there's no, you've probably already adjusted and you've probably already been worked through the problem, but now you're just going to suffer those consequences because of those long detentions.
So if you want to jump in, is that Jimmy?
I think so,
Looks like it. If you want to jump in.
Go ride the spreader. We'll go riding the spreader. I imagine it's fast.
Yeah, it doesn't.
He was
take,
out and
it
back,
doesn't
huh?
take too long.
How about your guys' equipment, Dave? Do you have to drive all your gear to every new field where you're working?
Yeah, all this stuff, we just
Yeah.
move it every time. And, yeah, just wait here.
And they'll be there on site for a few months.
Just got a flash flood warning.
Clouds are awesome.
So what they'll do is on this, they figure that each one of these spreaders with this average solids will hold about 17 wet tons.
Right.
So they'll overfill each one exactly the same, so that each one is about 17 tons. And then that way they know, they got 17 tons. The rate is X amount. The math, they should be able to cover X amount of acres.
I see. So topped up.
Yeah, we
Every
fill them,
single time.
overfill them just so they're always the same.
I
rather
got you.
than trying to
Right.
guesstimate it when it's not quite full.
Let's go for a ride in the spreader. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm Jim.
I'm Jim. I'm John.
John, I got a twin brother named John.
I'm videoing you, John. I'm just documenting my trip here for our plant. I'm actually from the Lakota wastewater treatment plant.
Okay.
And this is awesome. It's amazing. Dave's been telling us you've got a speed that you're trying to maintain, and as long as you do that, everything else works out exactly the way it's supposed to, or
Correct.
nearly.
Correct.
It's that easy, guys?
No.
No.
This stuff, there's a lot. This stuff, some reason it's a lot wetter than it has been.
Okay.
So I go slower. That slower, the higher RPMs.
Because it's got that a little bit of shake,
Yes.
like Lakota sludge does.
Actually, not near as bad as this.
No?
I don't mind spreading Lakota.
But sure is dusty. I get it. Like. How long have you been doing this?
This will be my 60th.
Quite a while then. That's your GPS system.
Yes.
That's the system that locates the spreader. And then I was told you can just take your hands off and it'll do its own thing.
I'll show you that here in a minute.
It's a good thing you have it now that I'm looking, because you can't see anything. So you know your line, the computer knows the line, you tell it you want it to go on that line, and it's just going to take over.
This machine, I gotta stop and set the meters. The other one is at the pile now. You start the meters while you're running.
Oh, okay.
You gotta stop this machine there. So you
Gotcha. There they go.
okay.
Starts flying.
The audience here is set right now.
recording where you've been. I saw all that.
Right. My ending number, I was at 12-1. My ending number on this load would be 13-2.
Right. That's very cool. It's all a lot more technical than I would have guessed.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot more going on, a lot of data moving,
Right.
and a lot of people involved, and just, I mean, just a whole operation.
Correct, yes. That's the hard about it.
Well, simple, but not easy, right?
Let them keep doing the work on that pile.
Have they showed you that Alderwood yet?
Yeah, yeah.
That stuff's amazing.
Crunchy,
I like that. That's good. Keeps it clean.
right?
They got a scab for my name.
So the machine says the end of the row is approaching.
Yeah.
And you're checking to see how much you have left.
Right. The changes depends on the loader operator.
Right.
And sometimes he loads light and loads heavy.
Sure.
And right now I got just a tad bit too much what I should have in there, but it's close.
So you'd like to be not quite empty.
Just a little hump.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So when you start to go back on the line, you get the right kind of calibration light or calibration.
Sure.
My color, just the yellow,
Yeah,
that's what I've done. And the gray stuff is what they've done.
I see. So you guys are taking every other
Yeah.
pass. I got you. Work together. How long have you been on this field?
On this field,
Yeah.
first day.
Oh, today's the first day. You're just getting started.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect then.
First day. Got up here about 9 o'clock, 9:30 this morning.
And you guys will run all day, most of the day. What's your shift look like? I guess.
7, our spreading from 7:30 to 4:30. And ours, 7 to 5.
Okay. Well, I would say normal work day, but this is actually awesome.
Yeah. They're working us right now 6 stints.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm trying to stuff on behind, I guess. But it does sound like we get a holiday though.
Sure. Well, the 4th, right? Yeah. Oh, this is amazing. Nobody's bothering you.
Exactly.
You're out here.
Exactly. We got wildlife to look at.
Right. So drop that line. Come back. Fill up again, and just keep going.
Yep.
All day.
All day long. Yeah.
And it's pretty much as far as the eye can see here. That's the
Right. There's more of the piles right down there.
yeah.
So whatever's worked. See that somebody that's stubble.
Yeah,
there?
yeah, yeah.
So whatever's worked, that's our field.
I gotcha. Wow. Just a massive area. Thank you for the ride, Jim. It was really nice to meet you.
You too, John. Take care. Have a good day.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's actually pretty nice in there. It's got air conditioning.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Dave would have a hard time filling that cab with people if there was no AC
Right.
this day and age.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I used to do it, our loaders didn't have AC.
No?
The whole ceiling would just be covered with flies.
And they didn't have a salt gun back there.
No.
So that's Leavenworth back there.
Yeah.
So this is Douglas County.
Okay. East Wenatchee.
And they have a, what is it, a C?
ATAD, I think.
ATAD.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think the future of Class B is, like land application, the way technology is moving I guess that's a broad and vague question, but if everybody goes to Class A at some point, what happens over here? Or
There's only so much market for Class A.
right.
I think we'll still be doing this to an extent. Right now, King County's going through this big vision planning exercise where they want to know where are we going to be in 10 years and where are we going to be in 40 years. And they have
Right.
a bunch of people at the table brainstorming and all that. And, 10 years from now, we'll still be right here doing this with the same amount of material, I think, King County-wise. In 40 years, it's
hard to even imagine, right?
Yeah, it's hard to even imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, man,
When-
look at the technology in the last 40 years.
Right.
There's probably 1,000 things that'll happen we can't even imagine.
But
That somebody will think of,
we're
yeah.
doing the same thing we were doing 40 years ago, for
Yeah.
the most part.
Right, and farming's still going to be going on.
Yeah.
You still got to feed the people. Politics too, you know.
Right. That
All
I
kinds
guess
of different things could happen.
that's maybe where I guess my question comes from is what
Yeah.
what is it? That's hard to imagine too, I suppose, because I know how it is on the west side of the state. New ideas come all the time, like we talked about Roundup, you know. So you never really know, but there's some stuff we do know. We know nutrient removal will happen in liquid streams, even with our discharges. Like we have a saltwater marine discharge, so far they haven't caught up to us. But it's coming, right? And we all know it is. And
Yeah. So this is Pierce County's Class B. So when they're not making sound grow,
And if they do this long enough, they're going to find out how much money they save by not making their pellets.
there's Lakota. Nice. So that's the final resting place.
yeah, should we go look at see how much, if there's anything to see?
Trailer dumping or delivering. I'll get it. There's Lakota. Got a interesting repose.
Yeah.
It's been leaving at 14, but this has been here a while, I assume.
Yeah. I was here in May. In May, this pile wasn't here, so it's been here for maybe a month. But
Yeah, we probably
see,
have some more over
Yeah, this is
The
what we were talking about.
fruit labels.
That actually is a thing that
Yeah, there's one right there.
I think they disappeared when we ran that one machine. But even then, I think there was still some. I mean,
Yeah, no, but this isn't it. When we were storing in that gravel pit that one time, and I stopped in there. It was winter time, and there was quite a bit of litter in it. And I sent an email we were talking about. But I mean, like this, that to me, it's not I wouldn't be contacting you guys.
pretty
over
normal.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, now seeing them all, and then, like I said, just it has been here a month, so maybe that gives you a different perspective of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, now maybe I don't feel so bad, but I still can't get over it. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
like those little.
I know.
You putting it on the ground, you know, or maybe somebody then can have a conversation about those fruit labels specifically being biodegradable or something, you know.
Yeah, even for the composters, it's a
Yeah.
huge issue.
Yeah.
No matter what. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can.
Awesome.
We'll drive over here and drive down the pile over here, and you can kind of see what you see. I wear Georges all the time, except when I'm out here.
I looked at the tennis shoes this morning and then went, better not.
Back tank, Western Services. He's struggling. He's been here for a long time. Midway. More Redondo.
I saw that one was Southwest Suburban.
Mount
Yeah.
Vernon. Salmon Creek. That's Southwest Suburban.
Yeah. I don't know anybody.
Haven.
Salmon Creek. I know the Miller Creek guys. So those guys are going to work this field for how long, Dave? He said today was his first day.
Yeah. Oh, you know, we should get it to 500 acres. We should get close to 100 acres a day.
Oh, okay. So it's fast.
We'll be here all week. But yeah, we should fly there.
That's Enumclaw.
Get one more tractor up here running, but they about got him. But we'll probably bring another load or two.
There's some more Lakota slag.
Biosolids.
But here it's biosolids, yeah. See, I gotta... I'll pick up the lingo. How about the quantity, the whole facility's quantity in tons in a year?
120,000.
120,000 tons.
Wet
tons in just 12 months. And different facilities we said was 30-ish.
Yeah.
About 35 probably.
This one was, what is the process to make the biosolids ready for land application? And we kind of went over some of that it actually varies a bit with what the farmers are doing and the time of year, right?
So for land application, so biosolids, you guys are doing the work, they're delivered to the site, and once they're delivered, I mean, we're pretty much using the front loader to load up the spreader and go. Is there something else like with that question?
No, I think that's it. Just confirmation that there's no further, you're not composting, there's no other thing you have to do. So
Just
that's
logistically, sometimes winter deliveries have to go to a central spot just because of weather issues.
I
so
see.
we do some reloading.
I see.
We try not to the best we can, but at times we're sometimes moving it from point A to point B once it gets to Douglas County.
I see, staying flexible. And then also, Jake, I heard, maybe I heard King County had a storage facility in Everett.
Yeah.
That they could handle so much storage, say if the passes are impassable or...
So King County treatment plants, we don't have any storage on site.
Right.
Our storage is our trucks, or are our trucks.
Yeah.
And so if there's a pass closure or something happens and we need to keep material moving, we have an agreement that we pay for every year that guarantees us a spot at the city of Everett to use in emergency situations.
I see.
And then so we'll deliver material to Everett, and then we have to pick it up and move it as soon as possible.
Right.
And so then we contract with Dave. So our trucks aren't reloading that. It's Dave's arranging for the reload and haul of any material at Everett.
Okay. Do you have a number, Dave, like a hard number of how many different farms have used the biosolids? Or even rough?
Oh, we probably have 20 farmers. Most of the farmers farm probably, several thousand acres.
Gotcha, okay.
So are you talking about over the life of the program?
Yeah, like...
I can get you that. I have a master list with me.
Oh, okay. Well, and we saw the map, too.
Of course, a lot of the farmers from 20 years ago aren't farming anymore.
Sure.
Right, that's what I was wondering.
There's been a lot of, farms are just getting bigger. Like, for example, we scattered for Ralph Riggs, and he Knoll's farm his land now.
The types of crops.
Oh yeah.
There's been more diversity. I mean, it was soft white wheat in a summer fall rotation pretty much forever.
Yeah.
But now with wheat's been so poor price wise that they're trying canola for more income. And the canola's been a little better, 15 cents a pound. If they can make 3,000 pounds, that's $4.50 an acre. 50 bushel wheat at $5 is $2.50 an acre. So,
Okay. That's substantial.
Substantial difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, wheat, canola, some sunflower, some oats, some triticale, some orchard grasses and for pasturing, and hay. Anything else? Sunflowers.
Corn. I mean, we've done corn on circles on irrigated.
What made you want to do this work?
Money.
That's always the answer, right? But
staying in the rural world, staying here, farming wasn't in the cards for me. We tried it, but we just didn't have enough land.
And Jake, you said you sort of fell into it, but you love the rural life and the east side of the state. So
I've always been drawn to Eastern Washington, even though I've never lived in the country. I'm kind of country at heart, I guess, and I always thought farming and ag was awesome. Both of my parents are from farms.
right.
And but yeah, no, I thought it was something interesting to try, a different path in life. If I didn't give it a shot, then I wouldn't know what I was missing.
So that's it. That's the end. I want to say thanks again to Jake Finlinson and Dave Rude for having me out. These guys took a whole day just to hang out with me, show me around, talk to me about what they do. They both care about what they're doing, they care about the environment, they love the land, and they love sharing what they're doing. That's perfect for me. That's exactly what I wanted. It's always amazing to me how much wastewater people love their work, love their community, love their plant, love their job, and care about each other. I want to thank everybody for coming along on this tour. Anyway, thanks again, Jake and Dave. I appreciate every bit of the time we spent together.